we will start from first topic, that is the arrival of European. We will make note on this. Do not worry, just try to maintain the continuity. So this we divide into two parts. We divide into two parts. The rule of, they ruled in India. One, they ruled India as a east. अच्छा, ईस्ट भी क्यों इसको बोलते थे? वी लाइस इन द ईस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, राइट. उनको हम वेस्ट क्यों बोलते हैं? दे बिलोंग टू द वेस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. नाउ दिस ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी, बैटल ऑफ प्लासी 1757 to revolt of 1857, 1858, India had been ruled by a private company. Now you can imagine, and they divided India. कोई लिखना लिखना कुछ नहीं है, just enjoy it. मेरा एक वो सिलेबस का है, मैप है, ये मैं आपको पीडीएफ भिजवा दूंगा. Writing part would be right from tomorrow, right? Just try to understand it. 1757 to 1858. India is ruled. How they were ruling? They were ruling as they put a person as a Governor General of Bengal, then India. This person would be responsible, and this person divided the territory into two parts. One is the British India, second would be Prince States. Governor is controlled by two group of people. One we call court of directors. Sir, who was these? These were the owners of company. You know, company is always created by one person or a group of people. The owners of company were known as court of directors. In our coming class, I will show you that initially they were 24, later on they were 18. They basically invested money into the company, and whatever profit would be there, it will go to court of directors, and they used to appoint all these important officials in India. देन आगे जाके जब कंपनी ने वॉर वगैरह में इंडल्ज हो गया, लोगों का मरना वरना हो गया, इंग्लैंड में डेमोक्रेसी आ गई थी 1200 में. पीपल केम ऑन स्ट्रीट्स. वी स्टेज द डेमोक्रेसी इन आफ्टर 1947. Our first election were held in 1952, but they tasted democracy in 1215. So people came on streets, they were pressurized, and then they brought a board of control. 6 people. ऐसे करके ही अपने ऊपर रूल कर रहे थे. These were the two bodies, and the representative in India would be Governor General of Bengal. Then it was Charter Act 1833 was made as a Governor General of India. I am sure some of my new people who are taking, they are getting tension or frustration, but do not worry, just enjoy the session. We will do in step by step in our coming classes. I am giving you a holistic view that how you will remember all this stuff. Now, after the revolt of 1850, so this is 100-year rule of company we have to discuss. 1757 to 1858. This would be 100-year rule of East India Company, which we are going to discuss in our what they brought it. They were the basically traders, right? They were the traders. They were not expertise in what? Government. I earlier mentioned, as a government, your responsibility is to fulfill the needs of your people. And for the fulfillment of needs of people, you have to make the policies. For example, tomorrow when you will get a selection, what would be your role? Policy, help the government for policy formation and to implement the policy. And the purpose of policy making and implementation is to have a welfare of people. To provide them we talk about the good governance. Whatever you need from the government, you should get in a very proper way. तो 100 ईयर ये लोग क्या काम करेंगे? 100 ईयर ये लोग अपने यहाँ. अच्छा, व्हाट वाज देयर पर्पस? देयर पर्पस वाज टू ड्रेन मैक्सिमम रिसोर्सेज फ्रॉम इंडिया टू इंग्लैंड. We will discuss. It was 1869. A person whose name was Dadabhai Naoroz. He wrote a essay. He wrote a essay, India's Debt to England, under which he coined a term drain of wealth, which means our resources were drained from India to England. ये बाद में 100 ईयर के बाद उन्होंने बताया. But one thing, in this direction, how they are going to drain the resources? By taxes, and taxes would be in the form of land revenue. Three important land revenue policies we need to discuss over here. Now, to collect a land revenue, they must have a proper system of administration. Yes or no? They must have a proper law and order that we call blessing in disguise. कैसे हो गया? इनको तो अपना रिसोर्स ड्रेन करना था, बट इनके ऊपर कंपल्शन था कि यार एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को लाओ. So they brought a modern police system. They brought a law system. They brought a modern judicial system. They brought a modern education system. They brought a press. The condition of women started to improve. They introduced the concept of right to vote. इससे पहले वाले में नहीं था. It was 1861 when they introduced direct election, indirect election in India. It was 1909 when they brought a direct election in India. So today the vote which you are casting is reflected from the Government of India 1909. Today you are talking about the civil services. The idea of civil services was introduced by whom? Lord Cornwallis, who is considered as a father of civil services. They love Indians, that is why they brought the idea of civil services. Then, very nice, the irony was when I read it first time, that at that point of time the population of our country was 35 to 40 crore people. It was a population and whole people who came from England to East India Company was 1 lakh to 1.5 lakh. 1 से 1.5 लाख लोग ही बाहर से आया था. अपने आप पॉपुलेशन कितनी थी? 30 से 40 करोड़ लोग अगर ऐसे फूक भी मारेगा ना, ये लोग उड़ जाएगा. Yes or no? But how they were ruling? Because of these strategies, policy of divide and rule to include certain Indians into the administration. That is why they brought although initially I will discuss this. So when they introduced civil services in India, so they brought a covenanted services and covenanted and non-covenanted services. These were the contractual services. जो अपना IAS IPS होता है ना, इसको कंट्रैक्ट के लिए लाया जाता था 2 साल के लिए, जैसे अपना स्कूल कॉलेज में लेक्चरर कंट्रैक्ट पे होता है. And initially only close relatives of Queen were allowed to be part of civil services, not people from England. Then they allowed English people to be part of civil services. Then it was later on 1861 first Indian, Satyendranath Tagore became first Indian who qualified the civil सर्विसेज. एग्जाम कहाँ होते थे? लंदन में होते थे. अपने यहाँ कंपलसरी पेपर कौन सा रहता है आज? एक आपका मेंस में रहेगा कंपलसरी पेपर, इंडियन लैंग्वेज का पेपर विच यू कैन चूज योर ओन, और एक इंग्लिश का रहता है, वो क्वालिफाइड नेचर रहता है. ठीक है, लेकिन तब कौन सी थी? लेटन, हिब्रो, जर्मन. दीज वर the purpose was to exclude Indians from where? From civil service. Now my point is here, under this 100-year rule of East India Company, one, we need to discuss the reforms, the policies which was brought by these people. Reforms like in police, reforms like in civil services, reforms like in education. You know, could you tell me something of evolution of our education system? Initially, it was madrasas and gurukuls. And madrasas and gurukuls, I think it was not for all. It was a section of people. It was not for masses. It was for only for classes. And education was based on whether it was not a universal education. It was based on what? Your vernacular language. Then Charter Act 1813, company decided to spend 1 lakh rupees on education. Charter Act 1833 is a benchmark when first time company decided to formulate a policy on education, and it led the creation of Macaulay Minute, under which there was a debate between two groups, Orientalist versus Englishist. Orientalists were those people who were in support of Indian model of education, Sanskrit, Arabic, Hindi, and this Englishist were those people who were in favor of English model of education. And with the contribution of Raja Ram Mohan Rai, it was 1837 when English was introduced as a medium of instruction. उससे पहले क्या था, अपना पर्शियन यहाँ पे था. And 1854 Wood's Dispatch is considered as a Magna Carta of Indian education. Why? Because first time it was decided कि education सबको मिलना चाहिए, और education देने की responsibility किसकी है, गवर्नमेंट की. And there should be a special arrangement for women education. There should be a vocational, vocational education क्या होता है. Some people are not interested in copy and pen, they may get some skill based education. There should be a proper training for teacher. जो B.Ed वगैरह का प्रोग्राम है हमारा 1854. There should be some technical universities, जो अभी हमारा IITs का concept है. Then you got Indian University Act 1904, 1906. Then you got a Gandhian model of education. Then you got a Dr. Radhakrishna Swamy, a person who brought a great contribution in education. Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. ये education system वही चल रहा था till 2023. 1813 to 2023 when this government came with new education पॉलिसी, जहां पे बोला आगे जाके हम 10th और 12th वाले को क्या कर देंगे, हटा देंगे, 5+4+2 वाला मॉडल रहेगा. तो दिस आइडिया शुड बी, वंस वी विल मूव फर्दर, दिस आइडिया शुड बी देयर इन योर mind. You can easily handle question in prelims, you can easily handle question in your mains examination. So this the 100-year company rule will include, and how they are going to rule, they are going to rule through their governor generals. And side by side there would be certain political battle. For example, we had a certain regional powers. इस टाइम आते आते वीक हो गए. We have a mighty powerful Maratha kingdom, which were very powerful during the time of whom? Chhatrapati Shivaji. But after this time they started to decline. And there were certain officers under Shivaji. You may have heard about Hosle, Gaikwad, Scindia. All these were the officials. But when ruler became the strong, they started to declare themselves as a independent. And then the advantage was taken by whom? East India Company. उनको साइडलाइन कर दिया, सिक्स को कर दिया. सर्टन मुस्लिम स्टेट्स वर दियर, निजाम ऑफ हैदराबाद, हैदर अली, टीपू सुल्तान, all they brought different policy, doctrine of lapse, subsidiary treaty of alliance. So this 100-year rule of East India Company finally which ended by the revolt of 1857. And after that British government abolished East India Company. They abolished court of directors, they abolished board of control, and they brought India under the direct control of British government. And here the major thing started. अब मैं आपको थोड़ा सा, I hope one thing you understood, that why we are giving credit to whom? Vasco da Gama. Do we have a trading relation with rest of country before that? Yes sir, we had a trading relation, but it was through northwest of India. It was not a complete sea route, and credit goes to whom? वास्को डी गामा. अब देख लो अपना जो हम लोग करेंगे डिस्कस पे. लेट मी शो यू समथिंग. देख लो अब लोग सिलेबस को देखते हैं. अपना सिलेबस क्या इन डिटेल. आपके एग्जाम में क्या लिखा हुआ? आपके एग्जाम में लिखा होगा मॉडर्न इंडिया हिस्ट्री, 18th सेंचुरी एंड फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल. ये सिलेबस में लिखा होता है, ठीक है ना. डिटेल में आप लोगों को क्या देखना है? पहला जो अपना टॉपिक रहेगा वो कहां से रहेगा? एडवेंट ऑफ यूरोपियंस. I will again discuss why they came. We will show through map and everything. Then out of these, Portuguese are the important one. We need to write certain important achievements of whom? Portuguese. Right? ये देखते जाओ, ये बहुत लंबा है, लिख नहीं पाओगे. Then we have two important governors of Portuguese, Almeida and Albuquerque. Then the cause of Portuguese failure, we will do this. Then you got English, you got French, although I will give a chronological order: Portuguese, Dutch, English, Danish and French. We will make that map. Then rise of Hyderabad state, Carnatic, as I told you, the war which was fought between whom and whom? French and English. And there's a place in Madras that we call Carnatic. Bengal, अंडर बंगाल ना, ये सब करने के बाद ये इंटरफेयर कहां से करेंगे? बंगाल से. वाई दे हैव चूजन बंगाल? बिकॉज इट वाज मोर रिच, प्रॉस्पेरस, एंड यू कैन यू इमेजिन द लोकेशन ऑफ बंगाल किस वाले कोस्ट पे? ईस्टर्न कोस्ट पे, और वहीं से ट्रेड लिंक भी था. तो एग्रीकल्चर से ये रिच एंड दे फॉट टू इंपॉर्टेंट बैटल दैट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस, दैट इज बैटल ऑफ बक्सर एंड बैटल ऑफ प्लासी. And I'm not, obviously I'm not going to this. I will take these topics through the examiner's point of view, how they ask a question in the examination. Marathas ka we are going to discuss, right sir? You know, 6, these were the regional powers. ये सब कैसे हुआ? इंग्लिश से पहले इंडिया में कौन रूल कर रहा था? मुगल्स. And you know, Mughal, after the death of Aurangzeb 1707, Mughal empire started declining, and declining is a process. By declining, they divide into small regional kingdom. Company came for a trading purpose. They were doing their trade. But when they saw that India is politically weaker, it is politically declining, they took the advantage. और औरंगजेब की तो आत्मा अभी भी जिंदा है, और बहुत सारे फाइट होती है महाराष्ट्र में अभी भी औरंगजेब को रहकर. मरा कब है? फाइट आज क्यों हो रही है? क्योंकि अगर सब लोग आईएएस पढ़ लेते ना तो फाइट नहीं होती. ऑनेस्टली, कीप वन थिंग इन योर माइंड, डू नॉट वरी वेदर यू आर गोइंग टू क्वालिफाई और नॉट. दिस इज द हार्डकोर रियलिटी. ऑल मे नॉट इज गोइंग टू क्वालिफाई दिस एग्जामिनेशन, बट यू आर गोइंग टू स्पेंड अ गुड लाइफ. You are going to get a good job each and everything in your life, and nobody is going to make you fool. This is the beauty of this examination, because this is the only examination where one side you are aware about your history, what has been gone. Second, how our political system is working, how we are making a law, what is the role of neta, what is the role of bureaucrat. टेक्निकली दे आर सर्वेंट्स ऑफ पब्लिक. तो तुम किसी डीसी के ऑफिस में जाके बोले कि यार तुम हमारे सर्वेंट हो? किसी एसपी के ऑफिस में जाके कभी बोले एसपी के ऑफिस में सर यू आर आवर सर्वेंट? लोग बोलते हैं द पीपल हु आर हैविंग द नॉलेज. तो वैसे करके ये इतना क्वेश्चन भी पूछे जाते हैं. आई गेव यू आइडिया अबाउट दैट. अपनी पहली इकोनॉमी क्या थी? डोमेस्टिकेशन ऑफ एनिमल्स. तो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट क्या थे? कैटल, काउ, गाय माता को बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस थी. क्यों? सोर्स ऑफ इकोनॉमी. उसके बाद सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट क्या होगी? लैंड. अब रिलीजन पार्ट इज डिफरेंट, एग्रीकल्चर बिकम. देन इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन में देयर वाज एन इन्वेंशन ऑफ मशीन्स. दिस इन्वेंशन ऑफ मशीन्स वी कॉल इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन. तो क्या इंपॉर्टेंट बन गई? फैक्ट्रीज. और आज क्या चीज इंपॉर्टेंट है? नॉलेज. तुम लोगों में से कोई बंदा गरीब होगा, ठीक है, उसके पास कुछ भी नहीं होगा, और कल को वो आईएएस सिलेक्ट हो जाएगा. he will become a powerful person. Without land, without factory, person can become powerful, because today we are living in the knowledge society. Here knowledge is a powerful. If you will spend 2-3 years, 2.5 years with your full dedication, while you came, how you born, nobody is going to care. I remember a guy who is just 22-year-old, at 22, 23-year-old, and he got opportunity to head a district as a DM. Some places we call DC, some places we call DM. Can you imagine 23, 24 का लड़का DM है, और DM बोले तो उस एरिया का जो हॉस्पिटल का CM होगा वो भी रिपोर्ट करेगा, एग्रीकल्चर वाला भी करेगा, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी वाला भी करेगा, जो वहाँ का उद्योगपति होगा वो भी रिपोर्ट करेगा. सब सीनियर लोग आके खड़ा होंगे, एंड द गाय जस्ट 23, 24 ईयर ओल्ड. वो पावरफुल. उसको किसने बनाया? नॉलेज ने. सो टुडे वी आर लिविंग इन विच एरा? We are living in knowledge. So my dear friends, the field which you have chosen, some of my friends I appreciate them. They are doing it from last 1 or 2 or 3 years. Now you just need to keep yourself continue for coming 1.5 hour. This exam is worth to spend the time because no other examination can teach you all the aspects of life. Now right from history, नेता कैसे काम करेगा, ब्यूरोक्रेसी काम कैसे करेगी, लॉ कैसे बनाएंगे हम लोग, लोगों का क्या रोल है, दैट इज योर पॉलिटी एंड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. अपने यहाँ नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज कैसे हैं, मॉनसून का इम्पैक्ट क्या है, दैट इज योर ज्योग्राफी. हम लोग प्रोड्यूस कैसे करते हैं, हम लोगों को पॉवर्टी को कैसे खत्म करना है, दैट वुड बी योर इकोनॉमी. हम लोग टेक्नोलॉजी में कैसे आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, दैट इज योर. टुमारो यू विल गेट you will get into the IAS, and after your retirement you may be made as a chairman of UPSC, and there are two candidates, one is your relative and another is a strange. So on the basis of talent you are going to evaluate, or on the basis of relationship you are going to evaluate. This would be in your ethics. Numbers ka game kya, so each and everything is there. So what I say, just prepare this examination very well. Do not think about the result. This is 100% sure that you are going to end up with good life. सब सेलेक्ट तो नहीं होंगे ना, दिस इज द हार्डकोर रियलिटी. मैक्सिमम सेलेक्ट हो गए, जो नहीं भी होगा दे आर गोइंग टू हैव अ गुड लाइफ. नाउ कमिंग बैक, दिस वुड बी वन पार्ट. सी फॉर एग्जांपल, सब्सिडरी ट्रीटी ऑफ अलायंस, डॉक्ट्राइन ऑफ लैप्स. मतलब अपने यहाँ क्या होता था, अपने यहाँ होता था कि अगर एक राजा है, उसका बेटा, राजा के मरने के बाद कौन राजा बनेगा, उसका बेटा बनेगा. ब्रिटिश को टेरिटरी कैप्चर करनी थी, अब किसी राजा का बेटा नहीं होता था. दे यूज टू अडॉप्ट द चाइल्ड एंड डिक्लेयर हिम एज ए सक्सेसर. सो व्हाट ब्रिटिश डिड, they bought a policy that if a king dies and he does not have any son, he is not allowed to adopt a son and declare him as a ruler. His territory would be merged into the territory of East India Company. The policy implies doctrine of lapse. In history, 3 dimension of question. What was a policy? बता दी. इसका इम्पैक्ट क्या पड़ा होगा पॉलिसी का, कंसिक्वेंसेस क्या होंगे. सो आई विल डिस्कस द लैंग्वेज ऑफ क्वेश्चन. सो लैंग्वेज विल बी डिस्कस द कॉजेज एंड सर्कमस्टेंसेस ऑफ एनीथिंग, व्हाट इज द इवेंट, and third is the consequences or outcome. 3-dimension questions are there in the history. You must have a 3-dimension question. For example, Government of India 1900, what were the causes and circumstances which led to the Government of India? What are the provisions and what is its impact? हर चीज का impact होता है कि नहीं होता है. Now coming back, dual government. Then you got, as I told you, this 100-year rule of East India Company. The purpose was to drain our resources, but they came with the concept of government. It led the evolution of our judicial system. You know, पहले although ये गुप्ताज के टाइम पे हुआ, पहले क्या था कि अपने यहाँ पे 2 तरह के केसेस होते हैं. कितने तरह के केसेस होते हैं? 2 तरह के केसेस होते हैं. थोड़ा आपको लॉ में ले जाओ तो सिविल एंड क्रिमिनल केसेस होते हैं. व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? मतलब जो भी पर्सनल एसोसिएटेड है, प्रॉपर्टी, हस्बैंड वाइफ इशू, ठीक है, डिवोर्स, मैरिज, दैट इज ए. और अभी दिल्ली में हस्बैंड ने वाइफ को बोला यार मुझको ऑमलेट दे दो ब्रेकफास्ट में, और उन्होंने जिससे ऑमलेट बनाते हैं उसी से पकड़ के मार मार के उनका मर्डर कर दिया. ये कौन सा केस होगा? सो जहां मर्डर वर्डर आ गया, दैट इज योर क्रिमिनल. एंड दिस सिविल केसेस और क्रिमिनल केसेस डिफरेंशिएटेड ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी. ऑल्दो गुप्ताज वर फर्स्ट who brought a civil and criminal cases, but a person whose name was Lord Macaulay, he drafted a particular rules for criminal cases which we call Indian Penal Code, और जिसको हमने लास्ट ईयर जाके चेंज किया. अभी तक वही क्या क्या 2 में चेंज किया, भारतीय न्याय संहिता और भारतीय आचार संहिता. now coming back, so this we call judicial. Their economic policies would be there. As I told you, land revenue policies would be 3, and this mercantilism phase This was a phase when they were draining our resources. Our resources को कहाँ पे ड्रेन किया जाता था? फॉर एग्जाम्पल कॉटन अपने यहाँ से निकलता था. They used to take raw material into the England and then they used to bring the goods sell out into India. It was a time when they started to draw our resources. Initially, one company came to India, that was a East India Company. But under Charter Act 1833, they ended the monopoly of East India Company, which means now there would be arrival of many more companies from England to India. Now, when many more company would come from England to India, अपनी इकोनॉमी का क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा इस पे? पहले एक ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी आके यहाँ पे गुड्स बेचेगी, अपनी भी कुछ लोकल कंपनी चलेगी. इंग्लैंड में इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन आ गया. इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन मीन्स इन्वेंशन ऑफ मशीन्स. अपने यहाँ हैंडमेड गुड था, वहां मशीन मेड गुड था. मशीन मेड गुड इज ए चीपर ह्यूज क्वांटिटी. नाउ व्हेन द चीपर एंड ह्यूज क्वांटिटी गुड्स फ्रॉम द मॉडर्न फैक्ट्रीज ऑफ इंग्लैंड केम टू इंडिया, बहुत सारी कंपनीज आ गई. इस फेज को क्या बोलते हैं? फेज ऑफ फ्री ट्रेड. इसका अपनी इकोनॉमी में क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा? यस, अब देख लीजिए वही हो गया. अपना यहाँ पे क्या था? हैंडमेड गुड्स आर वेरी कॉस्टली एंड दीज गुड्स वुड केम डायरेक्टली मॉडर्न फैक्ट्रीज ऑफ इंग्लैंड, दे वर चीपर गुड्स. और यहाँ पे कंपटीशन बढ़ गया. अब बताओ, जहाँ पे लोग ज्यादा फैक्ट्री मशीनें लगाएंगे और लोग एग्रीकल्चर से मशीनरी की तरफ मूव करेंगे, उस फेज को हम क्या बोलते हैं? इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन. इंग्लैंड में क्या हो रहा था? इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन. इंडिया में क्या होगा? De-industrialization. Means now these people were not in a position to face the competition of these machine-made goods. What they will do? They will close down their industries. Yes or no? अब और क्या? एक तो ये बहुत बड़ा इम्पैक्ट हो गया कि सर इट लेड द डिस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ आवर इंडस्ट्रीज विच इन इकोनॉमी वी कॉल डी इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन. राइट. एंड इन इंग्लैंड इसका उल्टा हो रहा था, इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन. नाउ जहां इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन होगा वहां लोगों को एम्प्लॉयमेंट भी मिलेगा, प्रॉस्पेरिटी भी आ गई. एंड आवर इंडस्ट्रीज वर डिस्ट्रक्टिंग. तो अपनी इंडस्ट्रीज जब डिस्ट्रक्ट हो जाएंगी तो उससे क्या हो जाएगा? उससे यहाँ पे पॉवर्टी आ जाएगी. और क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा? एनी मोर इम्पैक्ट रिलेटेड टू इकोनॉमी? गुड. एम्प्लॉयमेंट गिर जाएगा. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई विल गिव यू दैट वी कॉल व्हाट? एनक्लोजर मूवमेंट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सी this is a tract of land in a particular village, and this tract of land belongs to 4 brothers. 3 brothers were associated into market economy, they were running their industries, and 1 brother was based on agriculture. उन 3 का काम भी अच्छा हो रहा था, इसका भी हो रहा था. But when this free trade means arrival of many more companies from England to India, now these 3 brothers, they closed their industries, they went back to home, village, and this piece of land got divided among how many people now? 4 people. When this piece of land got divided into 4 people, now they were not able to fulfill their needs. Such condition in economy we got disguised employment. Disguised employment is a very tough situation in market, कि जहां पे आप काम भी कर रहे हो और आपको कुछ मिल भी नहीं रहा है. अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट में तो पता नहीं मिलेगा कुछ, बट वन यू आर वर्किंग, सेकंड यू आर नॉट गेटिंग एज पर योर नीड. सो इट लेड द डिस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ आवर एग्रीकल्चर, and that is why even today we are facing that issue I told you. So see the difference. This history is there in class 8, class 9. Some people are doing in graduation, right? जो ह्यूमैनिटी से रहा होगा उन लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा. But the same history is in the civil services. What is the difference? Difference is your way of looking. Difference is your way of analyzing. Difference is to show and interconnect the things कि why these issues are going and how to overcome from them. That is the difference. Now fourth is the phase of financial imperialism. फाइनेंशियल एम्परिज्म में ये लोग क्या काम करेंगे? ये लोग काम करेंगे, ये अब यहाँ पे इंडिया में इंडस्ट्रीज को शुरू करेंगे. इंडस्ट्री शुरू हो गया. फॉर एग्जांपल रेलवे के लिए कंस्ट्रक्शन को लगा देंगे. रेलवे को बढ़ाना शुरू करेंगे, आयरन इंडस्ट्रीज को शुरू करेंगे, राइट। बहुत सारे इंडस्ट्रीज इंडिया में शिफ्ट हो जाएंगी, बट द इंडस्ट्रीज विच आर गोइंग टू शिफ्ट इन इंडिया, इनका कंट्रैक्ट भी किसको मिलेगा? इनका कंट्रैक्ट मिलेगा ब्रिटिशर्स को, इंडियंस को नहीं मिलेगा। सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, दीज वर द 3 phases. Whole rule of British or East India Company, they came with 3 types of economic policies. First, they drain our resources from India to England, raw material, and they sold us their goods. Second, they allowed there many more companies to come in India, which led to destruction of our industries. And fourth, they started to bring certain industries in India, but those contracts were given to whom? British. लैंड रेवेन्यू पॉलिसी तो इनका 3 ही था, रोयतवारी, महलवारी एंड परमिट सेटलमेंट। लास्ट वाले प्री में से क्वेश्चन था। नाउ इन मेंस क्वेश्चन वुड बी सी, सिलेबस बताने का आपको पर्पस क्या है कि क्वेश्चन कैसे यूपीएससी में आएगा। वो ये सब कुछ नहीं पूछेगा, वो एक ही क्वेश्चन पूछेगा, इम्पैक्ट ऑफ ब्रिटिश पॉलिसीज ऑन इंडियन इकोनॉमी। When are critically analyze the impact of their land revenue policies economy. So one, you have to give the impact on their land revenue policies and their industrial policies, थोड़ा थोड़ा करके सबको लिखना है। Drain of wealth is also possible. Second, as I told you, the first 100-year rule of East India Company, although it was a disguise, but we got a blessing also. Blessing क्या होगी? It got a development of education. I told you the first step toward the education was 1813, और वही अपना एजुकेशन चल रहा था कब तक? 1820। अभी भी पूरा हम लोगों ने रिप्लेस नहीं किया है। We got a development in education. Orientalist versus Englishist, I just discuss it आने वाले में डिटेल। Orientalist वाले कौन से लोग थे और Englishist वाले? एंड इट वॉज 1837, जो अपना मीडियम ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन इंग्लिश है 1837 में आ गया। नाउ देन वी कॉल वुड्स डिस्पैच। व्हाई इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट? दे पुट अ क्वेश्चन बिकॉज it is the first step when they decided that education is should be for masses, and whose responsibility is to impart the education? Government. And there should be a separate education for female, there should be a technical education, there should be a proper training program for teachers। ये पूरा आ गया। फिर अपना ये वाला पॉलिसी आ गया, टायर की आ गया। देन वी विल डिस्कस ऑल दिस स्टफ।